This is the chilling story of 51-year-old Jennifer Dulos and her mysterious disappearance. Jennifer was last seen at around 8 a.m. on May 24, 2019, when she dropped her children off at New Canaan Country School. But it wasn't until later that evening that her nanny and two friends reported her missing. At the time Jennifer went missing, she and her husband were estranged and still engaged in a tumultuous divorce. They were also involved in the ongoing contentious child custody proceedings. What happened to Jennifer Dulos? And what strange evidence would investigators uncover? Welcome to Crime Buzz on the True Crime Tracker channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This narrative unfolds in New Canaan, CT, a quaint town situated roughly an hour's train journey from New York City. Nestled within Connecticut's esteemed Gold Coast, New Canaan is celebrated for its distinctive architecture and verdant public spaces, including Waveney Park. The town center, adorned with charming boutiques, adds to its allure. A cherished local tradition since 1916, residents gather at God's Acre every Christmas Eve to sing carols, embodying the town's rich cultural heritage. Jennifer Dulos, aged 51, devoted herself to being a full-time mother to her 5 children. Beyond her parental duties, Jennifer earned a living as a writer for Patch.com and managed her personal blog. Jennifer Dulos was wed to Fotis Dulos, a native of Turkey who spent his formative years in Athens, Greece, before relocating to the United States in 1986. Fotis had previously been married to Hilary Vanessa Aldama in June 2000, a union that lasted 4 years until their divorce on July 12, 2004. In that same year, Fotis established 4 Group Inc., a Connecticut-based real estate development firm that focuses on creating luxury homes. While still married to his first wife, Dulos began corresponding with Farber, whom he had also encountered at Brown University. Just over a month following his divorce, Dulos and Farber tied the knot in Manhattan on August 28, 2004. They then relocated to Farmington, Connecticut. Together they had 5 children, including 2 pairs of twins, all named in honor of Greek Orthodox saints. Their family includes 3 sons, Petros, Theodore, and Constantine, and 2 daughters, Christiane and Cleopatra Noel. In a blog post on March 12, 2012, Jennifer alluded to trouble in her marriage. "I wish I were a strong person, and that confrontation did not both scare and appall me." After the gradual breakdown of the marriage, in which Jennifer claimed Fotis was living an increasingly independent life, she filed for divorce on June 20, 2017, at Superior Court in Stamford. In the same month, she started renting a house in New Canaan, about 70 miles southwest of Farmington, and moved there with her 5 children. In her divorce documents, Jennifer wrote, "I know that filing for divorce and filing this motion will enrage him. I know he will retaliate by trying to harm me in some way." She also stated she believed he was having an affair with his colleague, Michelle Traconis, a native of Venezuela. Jennifer also alleged that Fotis had threatened to kidnap their children if she did not agree to his terms in the divorce settlement, and that he had bought a gun that year. Fotis denied making threats and claimed he bought the gun legally for home security. Both parents filed numerous motions claiming that the other was disparaging them. Despite Jennifer's requesting an emergency order of custody, the couple were given temporary joint custody of their children until the end of the divorce proceedings. When Jennifer again requested an emergency order of custody in early 2018, the judge found that Fotis had broken numerous court orders. In March 2018, Jennifer was awarded sole physical custody of the children, while both parents were to share joint legal custody. Fotis was granted supervised visitation and monitored phone calls. In February 2018, after Jennifer's father's death, Gloria Farber, Jennifer's mother, sued Fotis for unpaid loans. She claimed he owed them $1.7 million loaned to him by his father-in-law Hilliard Farber. Jennifer was last seen at around 8 a.m. on May 24, 2019, when she dropped her children off at New Canaan Country School, and then at 8:05 a.m. on a neighbor's security camera returning home. The same day, she missed 2 doctor's appointments that she had scheduled for 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. in New York City. Later that evening, at around 7 p.m., 2 of her friends, including her nanny Lauren Almeida, reported her missing after they failed to get in contact with her. Family and friends of Jennifer stated that it would be out of character for her to leave home on her own without telling anyone. Almeida, who had arrived at the house at 11:30 a.m. that day, later told detectives she was surprised to see Jennifer's Range Rover in the garage because she had planned to take it to her doctor's appointments instead of her Chevrolet Suburban, which was missing. When detectives searched the house, they found blood spatter on the floor, door, and a wall in the garage, as well as on the exterior of the Range Rover. Blood was also found in the kitchen. DNA tests revealed most of the blood to be Jennifer's, apart from blood on the kitchen faucet, a mixture belonging to both her and her husband, Fotis. Police also found other evidence of Jennifer being the victim of a serious assault. Jennifer's Chevrolet Suburban had been captured on the neighbor's security camera, leaving her home at around 10:25 a.m. that morning. Fotis was believed to be the one driving the victim's vehicle, carrying the body of Jennifer and other items associated with the probable cleanup. That same evening, at around 7:30 p.m., Fotis and Troconis were captured on video dumping garbage bags in 30 bins in Hartford. The trash bags were found to contain various pieces of bloodied clothing, as well as blood-stained cleaning items. The blood was determined to be that of Jennifer. Fotis's DNA was found on the inside of a glove in one of the trash bags and on one of the trash bags. The Suburban was later found at the side of a road near Waveney Park in New Canaan, just over 3 miles away from her home. At the time Jennifer went missing, she and her husband were estranged and still engaged in a tumultuous divorce. They were also involved in the ongoing contentious child custody proceedings. Police searched numerous properties in and around Farmington in Fairfield County and near Fotis's home without success. Investigators believe he arrived by bike to Jennifer's home due to tire marks found and other evidence. Fotis is believed to have been lying in wait for his estranged wife to return home and killed her in the garage when she returned from dropping their kids at school. Helicopters were used to look for signs of Jennifer, as well as canine units and divers. There has been no activity on her credit cards and no calls made from her cell phone as of May 24th. On January 19, 2021, the Connecticut State Police visited property on Mountain Spring Road in Farmington, which was once owned by Fotis's real estate company, to follow up on old leads. Several authorities could be seen behind the property digging up the yard. Police also brought in Bob Perry, a nationally renowned expert at finding unmarked grave sites, though he would not say what, if anything, had been discovered. The next day, police returned to the Mountain Spring Road property with an excavator and a septic tank. Police briefly spoke with the media, but said they did not have any updates. On June 1, 2019, Fotis and Troconis were arrested at a hotel in Avon, Connecticut, and charged with tampering with evidence and hindering prosecution. Not enough evidence existed at that time to warrant any more serious charges. The Dulos' 5 children, then aged between 8 and 13, moved to New York City to live with Jennifer's mother, to whom a judge granted temporary custody. Fotis hired attorney Norm Pattis to represent him. In an interview, prior to being hired by Fotis, Pattis had appeared convinced that Jennifer was dead. Fotis and Troconis both pleaded not guilty to the charges. They were again arrested for tampering with evidence and again pleaded not guilty in September 2019. Fotis appeared in court on October 4th to seek a dismissal of the charges against him. The judge said he would review arguments by the defense and prosecution. In late October, it was reported Troconis, along with her 10-year-old daughter, had moved out of Fotis's $5 million home in Farmington. On January 7, 2020, Fotis was arrested at his home by the Connecticut State Police and charged with capital murder, and kidnapping in relation to Jennifer's disappearance. Troconis was also arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Fotis's friend and former attorney, Kent Douglas Mawhinney, often misreported as Mawhinney, was also detained on January 7th and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Despite these arrests, Jennifer's body is yet to be found. Mawhinney became estranged from his wife after being accused of spousal rape. His wife went to South Windsor Police and told authorities that she feared Fotis and Mawhinney were working together to kill her. After Jennifer disappeared, a shallow grave was discovered at a secluded property that Mawhinney owned, filled with 2 bags of lime and a blue tarp. Authorities and a sniffer dog discovered the grave in August 2019, but no body was found in the grave, and said items were found to have been removed. Jennifer's family issued a statement after the arrests. Although we are relieved that the wait for these charges is over, for us, there is no sense of closure. Nothing can bring Jennifer back. We miss her every day and will forever mourn her loss. On January 8th, Fotis's bond was set at $6 million. He was released the following day and was due to return to court on February 28, 2020. In a statement issued in May 2020, Troconis said it was a mistake to have trusted Fotis, but maintained that she did not know what happened to Jennifer or of her whereabouts. Troconis, out on bail, was next scheduled to appear in court on August 6, 2020, to face the charges. Mohini was being held in lieu of $2 million bond, but the bond was reduced to $246,000, and he was released October 19, 2020. While out on bail, Fotis failed to appear in court on January 28, 2020, for an emergency bond hearing. He was found in an unresponsive state by police at his home in Farmington, having poisoned himself with carbon monoxide by running a vacuum cleaner hose from the exhaust pipe of his SUV into the interior of the car while it was parked in his garage. Initially, it was reported by some news outlets that Fotis had been found dead, but responders had performed CPR and restored a faint pulse. They transported him by ambulance to Yukon Medical Center in Farmington, and from there he was airlifted to Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx to undergo hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Fotis' 5 children, whose ages ranged from 8 to 13 when their mother disappeared 8 months earlier, visited him at the medical center before he was taken off life support. This marked the first time they had seen their father since he was accused of murdering their mother. Fotis was pronounced dead at Jacobi Medical Center on January 30, 2020. He was 52 years old. He had left a suicide note in his car that read, "I refuse to spend even an hour more in jail for something I had nothing to do with." In the police report, it states that Fotis's new girlfriend, Anna Curry, was at his home the morning of his suicide. They had planned to drive to the courthouse in Stamford together, but Fotis said that they should drive separately. On the way to the courthouse, Curry received a call from Fotis asking where his client was. She told him that they were driving separately, but the lawyer informed her that Fotis's GPS tracker showed that he was still at home, at which point Curry realized that he must have done something to harm himself and asked Fotis to call 911. In May 2021, a domestic violence bill, so-called Jennifer's Law, received near unanimous support in the Connecticut State Senate. The proposed law is named after Jennifer Dulos and another victim of domestic violence in Connecticut, Jennifer Magnano, who was murdered in 2007 by her husband Scott Magnano in Terryville, Connecticut. Scott Magnano committed suicide immediately after murdering his wife in front of 2 of their 3 children. On June 28, 2021, Governor Ned Lamont signed the bill into law. In October 2023, Connecticut court declared Jennifer Dulos dead. In August of 2023, Jennifer's mother, Gloria Farber, who has been caring for the 5 children since her daughter's disappearance, filed a petition to the Darien, New Canaan probate court to declare Jennifer dead. The filing was made in an effort to protect the kids and their right to their mother's assets. Legal proceedings against Troconis and Mohini are still ongoing. Michelle Troconis' trial began in January 2024. Troconis, 49, has pleaded not guilty to all charges and denied wrongdoing tied to the case. Thanks for watching.